What's up, Roster Wars? So this is the final wrap up for the GOAT Gazette for year one. This episode is going to be a review to go over kind of what the grading system was for this year and go over like some of the different draft picks, how we evaluated and what we did. For going forward, this is definitely going to change. I'll go ahead and get into it. For going forward, it's definitely going to change. The year one, how we graded things, like I said, I did a draft grade based off of where the player was taken and what the production was for that year one of that rookie. We did a numerical grade off of that as well, using the system that's down below, and then a GOAT grade, which encompassed the more common sense kind of stuff, like if they were given a 1 year contract and now they got to be defended in RFA and they were good. If they were traded and the value they got back in the trade wasn't really beneficial or equal to what that rookie turned out to be. So either way, lesson one that we learned from this grading system is all the grades kind of stay pretty close to one another, and I'm looking for a little more variance. I'm looking for ways to continue to tweak it, and I'll do that next year. I didn't want to tweak it on the fly. I didn't feel that was feel fair for everybody else after grading one chapter. Felt like I had to grade it the same all the way through. So this is the grading system, the GOAT Gazette year one, how we did it. And like I said, we'll be looking to continue to improve it on next year. There's a lot of numbers. This was all the picks in the draft, how many people still own the picks that they had, and then how many of those guys were under contract or on the practice squad. For chapter 4, this is how they fared out. You see old Matt Pigskins, he got a 3.9 and Colin got a 3.9 on the numerical grade. Both had a draft grade at A+. Ben was third in that with 3.5 and an A, and Craig at 3.38 and a B+. GOAT grades, they fared out. Pigskins got an A. Ben got a B+. Craig got a B, and Colin got an A+. And the best picks, that was the analysis from below, from over the chapter 4 review. So that was the GOAT summary for chapter 4. And the guy that gets the golden GOAT for chapter 4 is going to be none other than Colin. It was pretty obvious. So he gets the golden GOAT, Pineapple. Congratulations, Colin. You had the best draft for chapter 4 from the GOAT Gazette. For chapter 5, you had, let's see, who won it? California Nightmare and Hamilton Steelcats both got a 3.5 grade. The Drag Queens and Panthers or Gorillas, whatever, not so much. Fared out A, B+, B+. Best pick by Nightmare was Khalil Herbert in the 7th. I don't believe he had anything other than 7th round picks, but he got Khalil Herbert, and if I remember right, he ended up trading him and getting some good value back. Todd got Jalen Waddle there at the 1.9. The Drag Queens got Mac Jones, ended up trading him, and then my team had Parsons, ended up trading him. Overall, the GOAT gold for chapter 5 goes to the Steelcats. So congratulations, Todd. You got the GOAT gold for chapter 5. Chapter 6, the Goon Squad, 3.63. Bill and the Justice, 4.28. Han Yang, 3.38. And Ed Wet Spot Salty Oysters, 3.2. See, Justice had the best draft grade. He had I believe he had Kyle Pitts at the 1-2, and he ended up doing Javonte Williams as well. Let's see. Slim Reaper was drafted here, but he ended up being traded. Pat Fryermuth here. And Trey Lance ended up being the best bet for Ed, but we don't really know what Trey Lance is going to be yet. So those are the best picks from those guys. The Golden GOAT summary for Chapter 6 goes to old Bill with Kyle Pitts and Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams he ended up trading, so you don't even have him anymore. But that's your Golden GOAT for Chapter 6. This is the overall breakdown of the TT grades. I had Colin fare out at the top. Him and Matt, like it showed it earlier, they had 3.9s. Colin ended up getting an A plus, where Matt got an A. Basically what boiled down to was Colin was able to draft Elijah Mitchell in the 7th and flip him around and get a good return. And Matt T-Law, I mean, he's going to be a franchise quarterback. He just didn't show that much in year one or show what we all thought he would be. So Colin beat him out in that column. But pretty much Colin, Matt, Bill, and then it goes Eric, Ben, California Nightmare. Like I said, all he had was a lot of 7th round picks. That's why. And Ben too, he got a B plus because 7th round, because all he had was a lot of late picks. Even though he hit on Amon-Ra St. Brown. Steel Cats, he kind of got bumped down because he had a miss on Sermon. Craig, he put Davis Mills on a 1-year contract. So now that Deshaun Watson's out for sure of Houston, Mills looks like he's going to be the starting quarterback for at least this year. So he's going to have to figure out to protect him or do something. But he's old Warbug monster over there, so I'm sure he'll figure it out. ETN didn't really show much in year one. Plus, Jacksonville was trying to sign old James Conner, so I'm not sure about ETN with that running back by committee coach they got now. But so that's kind of where Craig fell down. Let's see, Han Yang had that miss on Collins. He ended up trading him to Colin for a 3rd, so he got some money back, but still a miss that bumped him down. Let's see. Mr. Pinky, he had a miss on Quiddy Pay, and then traded Mac Jones, I believe it was for like a 2nd round pick and 40 Warbucks. My team, a bunch of just guys. And Ed, he had a whiff on Davis and Nico Collins where he drafted Matt. So that was how everybody fared out with the TT grades based off the system that I had this year. Like I said, that system's going to be changing. But that was your draft, numerical, and GOAT grades for the whole chapter. Golden comments. There wasn't many, man. I mean, there was comments everywhere, but I tried to take some that were funny, witty, and these were the top 5, 6, that I found. Craig with ATN, he's funny, has a weird shaped head just like he does. I agree. We all know Greg likes Cox, so that was a good one. I thought Matt was pretty cool here with his hashtag analysis and 3-letter names, 3 initial names. Colin had a couple good ones. Pretty much just anything about penis-based stuff that's gonna get your attention, or Franks and Beans. And Greg, I kind of expect a little more risque stuff, but this was good. So these are the top 6 Golden Goat comments that I found from the TT draft from last year. And overall, your 2021 GOAT goes to Colin. His numerical grade was 3.9, draft grade A+, GOAT grade A+. I'll go ahead and give him the comment king because I looked at 2 of the things that he had said and said they were good. This is what he ended up getting in out of that 2021 draft after everything was all said and done. Mac Jones, Travis Etienne, even though I'm not a huge fan of him or Cam Akers, their value is good. So Mac Jones, those 2 running backs, Jamar Chase, the 3.3 this year and a 2nd in 2023 from the Gold Diggers. And all he traded out was Justin Fields. Trying to remember, it was like 105, I think is where he drafted him. Elijah Mitchell, deep in the 7th. The 110 and 112 this year, which, I mean, it's early, it's pre-draft, but that's probably going to be somebody like a Chris Olave or Pickens. So, I mean, decent upside wide receivers, but still. The 2, 3, and 40 Warbucks. Like that's what he gave up. That's what he came in. So overall, I think he produced the most out of that 2021 draft based off of the grades and everything else. He gets the 2021 GOAT Gold. And that's it. That's 2021. Like I said, the GOAT Gazette, it'll be new and improved. Looking for different ways to improve it next year. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. Peace. We out.